Life-changing hacks you had no idea you could do. Welcome back to Do It on a Dime. You said you've been missing Clean With Me and Makeover videos. You know, the ones where I take you around the messy spots of my house and I clean them? If you have small spaces and even smaller budgets, I made this video for you. We have not tackled this coat closet since 2020. Let's normalize the fact that we just don't have time to do it all, and that's totally okay. We'll get there eventually.
We have so many hats.
This video is all about better systems. I don't care where in your house you're working right now. The goal of this video is to share with you 5 simple tricks and hacks that anyone can do right now. And I've actually never shared these before. All right, so this closet is a pain. Not only did I have flat paint in here, which can we talk about how awful having command hooks on flat paint is? That will definitely ruin your wall. Plus all of these outlets that I had to work around. I was not loving this space and not feeling motivated. That's why I didn't want to tackle it before. Having a single bar in the closet, like one rack straight across, has never worked. So I knew I wanted to take this out. The first hack I want to share is to get all of your spackle from the Dollar Tree. This runs you $4 to $7 from other hardware stores, and it works just as great. Knowing how to save on these little items helps you save overall. We're going to talk more about this later. Now, I know if you've priced out closets, you know these can get crazy. The Alpha systems are $300 to $500, which is why I'm going to go to the Restore. Just hear me out, okay? If you are redoing any closet in your home, this is the #1 place I would recommend coming. Go thrifting.
So to do this on a super budget, come to the Habitat for Humanity Restore and you can get the closet made shelving literally for so cheap. If you did not know they had this, come here and check it out. So this is $1 per square foot. And these are gonna hang down vertically through the closet. So that way you can hang all of your mechanisms. So I got 3 of these for the closet. And then
you can also find these shelf brackets. At this store, they were only $2 each. This is the closet-made system, which I found completely comparable to Container Store. You can also grab the rods and the hang bars. You can get these at a fraction of the price.
you can get rods, again, piecemeal, so whatever they don't have at Habitat for Humanity, you can then go to the hardware store and get. But I'm just saying, coming here to save, this is $4 for this versus so much more money at the hardware store.
Closet Mate is everywhere, so you can fill in the gaps with the pieces you can't find.
This is all of the wire shelving, and this is actually really easy to trim down. You do not have to go into a store to have this trimmed. If you have a wire cutter at home,
I saved 50% on the closet, and there were other closet items too.
This is a sweet deal. So I already had boxes on home because I've been told I'm not allowed to buy any more bins. No. I'm not allowed. It's really good, right?
This entire stack of boxes was just $4, and they were really high quality. I don't know, there's something about thrifting that just really inspires me. Once I'm in store, I start to see items and see their possibilities. Here's another super amazing coat rack that was definitely an option if you don't have a hall closet.
This chair is an antique tone of the century, hall twee.
But I'm pretty sure you could find Aslan from The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe right inside of this beautiful piece. Now, I did not have a spot in my house for this, very unfortunately, because it was only $195. I couldn't believe it. And it even came with the incredible key. I was so impressed by this piece, and I kept thinking how if you didn't have a wardrobe at home, you could use something from the thrift store and totally make it work. I wanted to show you this because it really inspired me, even though we didn't end up purchasing it. Once a king or queen in Narnia, always a king or queen. That's the thing about the thrift store though, right? You always have to go in with an open mind because you never know what you're going to find, and you might find just the right thing for your house, which I definitely did in a second. I started to get really inspired, and what I have found with thrift stores in my area is that certain thrift stores specializes in certain things. This thrift store totally specialized in chairs. They had tons of chairs, new inventory in stock. Lots of them were $5. They were super cool and vintage. And I had been looking for the perfect throne for in my bedroom. While I didn't end up with a beautiful wardrobe, I did have a spot by my vanity that I wanted a brand new chair. And what's more, all of the pink tags were on sale, an additional 20% off. I keep a list in my notes app on my phone, so when I'm in stores shopping for other items, if I see an item that I've been looking for, I can get it. And you'll have to see which chair I chose to make over this space. But some more hacks you need to know about the thrift store are paint brushes. They have tons of brushes, lots of them brand new that retail for $10 to $15 for just a few bucks. And don't forget to check out your hardware store for paint that's already been mixed but returned. This is up to 50% off. And on the top, it tells you the date that it was mixed. So if it's something like a closet that you don't really have a particular color in mind, you can find some already mixed paint really cheap. This is a $23 can of paint I got for $7, and I'm going to completely add up how much we spent on this makeover. By the time I got home, I was starting to feel really inspired. The grand total was under $77. Sometimes I feel like we think we have to have the perfect space or lots of money to fix up a house the way that we want. And this space is actually pretty hard to work with because there were so many areas and compartments that we had to still be able to get to, from the security system to lots of the electrical in the house. So I had not only a small space, but a lot to have to work around. But even still, I was able to make this something that I loved on a budget. Be sure when you're checking those paint cans to find paint that was mixed really recently so it's nice and new. This hanging bar was used, so it was already pre-drilled, but it actually kind of worked out. And then I just put the hanging bars on the center and I decided I was going to make this work.
I have all of these things that were in the closet. I'm gonna try to eliminate the closet by 50%. So I'm gonna go through and take out the things I no longer wear and can be donated. I'm gonna make really fast decisions.
When we're helping each other, we're growing together.
This is a funny scarf. Look at my CVS receipt scarf. Running thing. I've never used this. But what if I start running? Not gonna happen. Not unless I'm being chased. Okay.
Just gotta keep it honest. It helps it move faster.
Look, it's so cute. Oh. It's too small for you.
One of the best decluttering bars that I've ever used is if one of your items was covered with red wine. How hard would you try to save it? If the answer is not very hard, that's probably something you can declutter. I hope that helped you as much as it helped me. I also want to share with you these under cabinet lights. You can get these on Amazon, sometimes for even under $20. They're incredible in closets like this that tend to be really dark. Now I can see what I have. I used all other items I had at home. And I also want to share with you one more 5-star rated item that made this closet amazing. And that is this over-the-door shoe organizer. Now when I first saw this, I was skeptical because it was cheap, but it also had 5 stars. When I got this home, I became a believer. I normally don't like these because I think they get saggy, they don't work, but this one can actually hold heavy products like bottles, liquids, and cleaning products. I went to the dollar spot at Target and I got these $1 labels. Technically, you can use them as dry erase labels, but I just use my Cricut to label them. But I want to show you how this over-the-door organizer looks. Y'all, if you have a small space, I highly recommend this product. I don't take that lightly. I really want to bring you guys products that can help with really tiny homes or things that you can't do custom. And honestly, lots of you ask the colors that I have in my home, and the truth is I actually don't know a lot of them. Lots of paint we have gotten pre-mixed that somebody else didn't want. And then later, if I need to do touch-ups, I just have them color matched. I was really excited by how this corner turned out. I initially had a Dollar Tree DIY that I had put on this wall, but it just didn't feel like me. Then when I hung up some more grown-up items and I brought in this beautiful chair, y'all, this chair was under $50 when it was on sale. I fell absolutely in love with this space. For the amount the Container Store was charging, I was able to do all of this for well under $200. But there was still a little something on my mind that I couldn't get out of my head for 3 days. Hi, I am just calling because I was in the other day to pick up a chair and there is a giant armoire. It looks like literally it came out of the Chronicles of Narnia. It's $195 and I just want to see if you guys still have it.
Yeah, let me go get it.